we'll have the best game ever! Bring all your friends along too. Until then...
Man, this anime was amazing. I wonder when season 2's coming out. What? What do you mean there hasn't been an announcement for a second season? This anime is 10 years old, and they still haven't announced a second season? Have you or a loved one found yourself in this situation? If so, you may be suffering from no season 2-itis, a side effect of the curse of no season 2, and you may be due compensation. Hi, my name's Mxtteo, and I'm here to talk about the curse of no season 2 and how it has affected your favorite anime. Over the years, countless anime have fallen victim to never being given a second season, stuck to the cruel outcome of just being another seasonal show. And over my many years of watching anime, I have seen show after show get rejected a second season, while garbage like Rent a Girlfriend, for example, has just got announced their 4th damn season. Yes, I am a Rent a Girlfriend hater. Sue me. So in this video, I not only want to talk about what anime should get a second season, but what the anime community agrees as a whole deserves a second season, and shine some light onto the answers of why some of these shows have not gotten their deserved second season. This is the curse of no season 2. When you scour any subreddit, or simply just ask any anime fan what they want to see get another season the most, you will typically be answered with No Game No Life, and even I would agree. Almost 11 years ago, No Game No Life was released, and ever since its release, it has taken the anime community by storm. Despite it being quite fan servicey and having just a bit of incest tendencies, this anime has won the hearts of anyone who has ever watched it. What makes it so good though? Coming out in 2014, this anime brought something new, something fresh to the table we had never seen before. Games! Nah, I'm just playing. We saw plenty of that in shows like Kaiji. What this anime really brought was a twist on isekai we had never seen before. A world built around games, becoming God, politics, slavery, gaining knowledge, and simple gambling. In a world where war is settled by a simple game instead of bloodshed, it was bound to attract fans. Not to mention the appealing art direction and... What is that music? Don't tell me. Is that what I think it is? Is that a freaking JoJo reference? No Game No Life really has all the ingredients to be as successful as it is, which is why it is the #1 anomaly in all of anime, with no one understanding why it has not received a second season. Now, to this date, there has been nothing but speculation as to why we have never been given a second season for No Game No Life, and if you are as chronically online as I am, there was actually a leak recently hinting at a possible season 2, which stirred a lot of hype around the community. Finally, after 10 years, 3 presidents, a world pandemic, and the release of Miku into Fortnite, this was the moment we had all been waiting for. This leak was everything. That was until today. Literally, as I write this script, the creator of No Game No Life, Yu Kamiya, has come out on Twitter to address all of the recent leaks and unfortunately state they are all fake. Once again, the anime community has been jebaited and played for fools. I had pretty much given up hope for a season 2 before this leak happened, but I believe this tweet has officially hammered that nail into the coffin. The has unfortunately claimed its biggest prey, and guys, I think it's time we all just grow up and start reading. Yes! We don't read around here. One thing you guys should know about me is that I'm Steve. No, fuck out of here, Jack Black. I am a bit of a degenerate. You see, when I was 16 and brand new to anime, I was recommended this show called Citrus. I know, calm down, my fellow gooners. Keep it in your pants. If you don't know what this anime is, allow me to indulge you in one of the greatest genres of anime ever created. Yuri. Citrus is known as the top Yuri of all time, despite having a very dark and deep story behind it. Following two high schoolers, Yuzu and Mai, who have now become step-siblings, this anime is just honestly a lot deeper than I can really put into words other than self-discovery and emotional manipulation. On the surface, Mai looks like a normal girl who is thriving as the student council president, but on the inside, she is a very broken girl. Whereas Yuzu is the complete opposite. She is the happy all the time, no care in the world, Gyaru type. This anime isn't the one I'm wanting to talk about today, but the one I do want to talk about is a similar story actually. The anime is called Bloom Into You. Similar to Citrus, this story follows an orange-haired girl named Yu and a dark-haired student council president named Toko. You see, after getting confessed to, Yu goes to her senpai Toko for advice on how to reject the guy nicely. After achieving this, Toko does the unthinkable and confesses to Yu as well. Not being able to fully understand these feelings, Yu decides to not necessarily date Toko, but to try things out with her and see if there's some side to herself she discovers in this process. Imagine being this guy and the girl you just confessed to rejects you, but then you see her dating another girl. I'd probably kill my— Bloom Into You is a story that dives deep into the world of sexual confusion, never being in love before, and self-discovery. It does a really good job hitting on a much deeper level that a lot more fans, I feel, can relate to. Whereas many other anime dive into hard emotions and lust as hard as they can. But this show actually redefines this by allowing the characters to go slow and promoting reassurance throughout it, with Toko constantly asking for permission to do things with you, making sure she is comfortable every step of the way. This anime, like its name suggests, is a story all about the sweet girl Yu blooming into who she wants to be. Going from this girl who doesn't understand love to a girl who wants to learn how to reciprocate Toko's feelings and fall in love herself. Bloom Into You is up there amongst many fans as we only get to see a slight glimpse of the coming of story between Toko and Yu, which is why I put this one as my personal entry into this video. Now I have some very disappointing news for all Bloom Into You fans, but this one has been unfortunately 100% written off for never getting a season 2. As confirmed by the creators Neo Nakatani and the studio behind the anime Troika, aka the studio behind Lord Elmaloy II's Case Files. Shout out to the 3 Elmaloy fans actually watching this video. They have completely written off this anime, saying they have no intention of making a second season. That means not only has this anime fallen victim to the— but it was made with an even worse precedent. It was simply just a promotional anime to get the viewers to buy and read the manga. Devastating. Land of the Lustrous is an anime I actually had not heard of before I started to do my research for this video. So I did the only logical thing. I watched it. What? Were you expecting some sort of joke or something? Land of the Lustrous is one of the only CGI anime I have ever watched, and to be honest, it's actually not bad. Which should be to no one's surprise because Studio Orange, also known as the studio behind hit animes like Beastars and Trigun Stampede, are the ones who animated it. Anyways, basically the backstory to Land of the Lustrous is that it's set thousands of years in the future where these 6 meteorites crashed into Earth. And after surviving 5 of them, the humans got squad wiped by the 6th. So now there's this 3-way war happening between these factions, I guess you would call them. They are the Gems, the Lunarians, or these beings from the moon. I don't know, that's just what they call them. And these creatures from the sea who stay out of the war for the most part. Now, the main character is this girl named Phosphophilite, who honestly should just be named Deku instead because of how damn useless she is.
Kachan is right, though. It's not like I actually did anything to help today.
After being bashed to pieces time after time again, being constantly saved by her peers, she loses her legs and is given her first upgrade of the series. This is only the beginning of her spiral into complete and utter madness. She's like a gym newbie just discovering steroids. She gets obsessed with the idea of upgrading her body more just to become stronger. So she, totally not on purpose, guys, loses her arms. Oops! And now those have been replaced as well. Now she is an absolute machine, able to finally take on the Lunarians, but the madness does not stop there. At this point, she has hit like full cray-cray mode, going as far as committing to the fact that she is going to speak to the Lunarians herself. Now, I'm no expert on war or anything like that, but if I was in a situation where the opposing side wants to capture me the most out of everyone, I honestly think the last possible thing I would try is to go have a casual conversation with them. But hey, what do I know? I just talk about anime. This is where the series basically gets left off, and going into this anime, I was a bit confused as to the direction the story would go, warranting the reason everyone thinks it needs a season 2, but I completely get it now. Land of the Lustrous leaves things off on a really good cliffhanger, and I'm not one to normally be upset with cliffhangers, but I actually got so invested into the plot in the last few episodes that ending it off where they did feels like a straight arrow to my heart. Now for the bad news. Despite the success and overall really good ratings for this anime, Studio Orange has not really said anything on whether or not a season 2 is even in their thoughts of happening. So here's my anime theory as to why we will probably never see a season 2 for this. Land of the Lustrous was released in the fall 2017 anime season, and despite its success, it was pushed to the side to be a forgotten memory. But why? Well, that's easy. You see, just 2 years later, Studio Orange released one of their biggest projects ever. Yep, you guessed it. Beastars. Now, with the success of Beastars on their mind, they have literally no reason to look back at a show like Land of the Lustrous. And to put the icing on the cake, Studio Orange also released Trigun Stampede back in 2023. Another now staple of their studio and the future of CG anime. From what I can gather, Studio Orange has decided to just move on to bigger, better projects. And as much as it sucks for us Land of the Lustrous fans, that's honestly just how the industry works. That being said, I can confidently say Land of the Lustrous is another victim of the is a phenomenon we are thankfully seeing less and less. As anime has gotten more and more popular over the years, it's almost guaranteed that as long as it performs well, it will more than likely get a second season. Most of the anime I mentioned in this video are from 2018 and earlier, a time in anime where you were still made fun of if you slightly even mentioned you were a fan of it. Thankfully, with the growth of fandoms around the globe and the industry receiving more and more funding, we are more likely to get more seasons for just about everything. Hence why shows like Rent a Girlfriend is now in its dang 4th season. Gosh, I hate that show so much. What's going on, my beautiful weebs? Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'm trying out a new style of video, if you couldn't tell, so I hope I did good and you guys enjoyed it. I want to know, what anime do you think deserves a second season? Is it one I mentioned in this video? Or maybe there's one I haven't covered that I may cover in a future video based on what you guys say. Again, thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you're new here, help your boy out. Hit that subscribe button. It really does help me out a lot. We're getting so close to 1,000 subs. I'm not normally one to beg, but I kind of want to hit the milestone, guys. I kind of do. But that is all from me today. I hope you guys have a good one, and I will see you beautiful weebs hopefully in the next video. Ciao.